morning. Welcome to Banter with RichiebB Live.
Somewhere beyond the beaten path, beyond the whispers in the woods and the stories around the fire, lurks one of the greatest mysteries of our time, Bigfoot. For decades, legends have echoed through the forests, footprints left behind, sightings that defy logic, and questions that demand answers. But this isn't just folklore. This is a call to investigate, to explore, and to uncover the truth. Banter with RichiebB isn't just another show. It's a community, a movement, a hub for genuine research, real conversations, and boots-on-the-ground discovery. Every episode dives deep into evidence, expert interviews, field investigations, and the drive to seek what others say is impossible. If you believe in asking questions, if you're ready to get your boots dirty, and if you think the unknown deserves more than just a passing glance, then follow Banter with RichiebB. Stay informed, stay sharp, and maybe, just maybe, be the one who finds the truth hiding in the trees.
I love you, baby Jack. I want you guys to keep climbing. I love you, Mama. Bojo's gonna get us out of here because that's what he does.
That's right. Nice meeting you all. Thank you for being on air. And yes, we are home of the phone. Let's go.
Good morning. Welcome to Banter with RichiebB Live.
Near these huts,
Yep.
there is something going on here.
Behind us after. The trees were fucking moving everywhere. Yeah, bro. Goosebumps.
Maddox, you were with me. We looked this way. It was not like this.
Welcome to Banter with RichiebB. Yo, what's up, everybody? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's back. Yeah, we've seen it for a while. Oh, I'm live. Look at that. Say hi, Wojo.
Hey, Wojo.
Boom, boom, and boom. What's up? Oh, that's Wojo's part. He's supposed to say boom. Something like that. Whoa. Hey, just in the nick of time. That's right, Jim. Welcome to Banter RichiebB Live. We are here. Things are good. I got my co-host on the side. Our guest has arrived. Excellent. Excellent. I think her flight was late. Just kidding. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to Banter RichiebB Live. It is Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. This is when we all like to party and have a good time. Welcome, everybody on the side. We're going to get right to you in a moment. We are live and happening on Doc Realm TV, on every Roku television all over the world, Amazon Fire Stick all over the world. Absolutely. We are a gold sponsor of the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival. Absolutely, that too, by the way. There's a lot of absolutely's going on, Jim. I got to tell you, this is crazy. And not only that, we are hosting the Charm and Fair Farm Bigfoot Festival in Candia, New Hampshire, June 21st and 22nd. It is absolutely kick-ass. Let's get the co-host in here right now so we can say hi, because the comments are going crazy. I see some new faces out there, too. Faces as in names. Because I can't really see faces. Just in case you didn't know. Tonight, we are here with Elder Medicine Bear Claw. That's right. Absolutely super, super excited. Super, I don't know. We just love her, man. She's just an amazing human being. And we're going to learn a little bit more about Bigfoot and, from the Native American side, right? So we've learned a lot, and we want to share it with you, the different names, the different types of this. I don't know. I've heard a bunch of different names. I got a couple of questions for her as well. So let's get Wojo in here and say hi to everybody because the chat is burning. It is on fire. And Elder, please sit tight for a few minutes. Enjoy the grapes in the back in the green room. Thank you. Fresh grapes. Wojo picked them. He's good like that. And just back from picking grapes, my co-host, the Wojo, is here tonight.
Hey, hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Okiyate, hey. Oh, what's happening all? And hey, how you doing, Richie? Yes, I did practice.
He called me.
And I did practice picking grapes. I hope Elder's enjoying them.
Oh,
sorry. I woke up Darren. I guess that bull rocked your house here.
Get up, fool. Where's he at? Where's Darren at?
Hold on, Darren. Come on over here. Say hello to everybody.
Put your makeup on yet?
If you want to see my face.
Go ahead. Say hello.
There he is. Where is he? Hey, that's my dude right there. What's up, man? What's up? Good to see your face, my brother.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry, I look like shit.
No, you look great just waking up in the morning. I'd curl up next to you. Come on, big boy.
He's got his favorite cologne, and he's got his eyelash to go. Yeah, let's go.
Fired up. You want to say hi to people on the side because the thing's on fire and we got to hurry up. But we're not.
Dude, I can't keep up. It's crazy.
I tell you what, I love it. I love it. I don't care if there's 5 people watching, as long as they're all talking and enjoying the hell out of themselves. I don't worry about numbers. I just worry about happiness. It's just all about being happy.
Yeah.
Man. And D Hoot was the first one in. What's up, D Hoot? And let's see. What's up? Hello, Griff. How you doing? I'm trying to see that.
Hey,
picture.
Griff.
That picture's got me curious. Shoops. I'm hitting them buttons again that I shouldn't be. Michelle is here. Well, hello, Michelle. Hello, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
My lifelong friend, Miss Mary Newbert. Love you, Mary.
Oh, Mary.
Sparky is here. Don't forget to smash that like button. You heard the man. Hit the like button, please, and let the rest of the world know that we're here. Thank you. Let me go. Oh, a lot of hellos to each other. I just love that stuff, dude.
Well, that's what we're all about too.
If I miss you, it's because I'm. Yeah, D Hoot, we said hi. Yep. Okay, they're all talking. Sam's here, fresh from the grocery store, by the way.
Hey, Richie, I wonder if she broke any eggs or squished the bread. Oh, no.
I wonder if she actually got her groceries. I mean, there was a rumor that she was at the grocery store waiting in the line where they delivered out to your number, like slot 14 or whatever. and she just drove away without them because the BanterWithRichieB podcast was on. I'm just saying that's just a rumor. But that may or may not have happened. You know what I mean? Let's see. So yeah, Sam's here. That is our producer.
Yeah.
Griff's getting to know people. I like that a lot. Sparky on the other one. Okay. And CP,
welcome.
What's up, CP? How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the BanterWithRichieB family.
Welcome.
Yeah. What to do. I checked out the podcast you were recently on Oklahoma. Enjoyed it. Yep. Sparky, our boy Sparky's Paranormal and Outdoors. Doing some podcasts, talking some Bigfoot, talking some ghosts. Levon is here. Hello, Levon.
Hey, Levon, how you doing?
All right, I gotta pick up the pace because I know they're talking.
There's so many people talking right now.
I love it, man. Damian Smith's here. What's up, Damian? What was it? Just last night when we did our Friday impromptu live, man. We had 518 comments or something. You know what?
Yeah, it was very interactive,
awesome.
Man.
It's awesome on a Friday night, just hanging out with friends and lifting each other up. Cass is here. What's up, you wanker?
What's up there, brother?
Let's see. All right. I think I got everybody there. Patrick Doyle. What's up, Patrick Doyle? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Patrick?
Gene Tewksbury's here.
The one and the only, Miss Gene.
Oh, that's right. Your picture is your art. You drew it. Well, that is freaking cool.
Yeah, if you see the picture, Rich, it is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get about to get all up in that and check it out. Almost squashed my bread. Oh no. Things in life. CP says it usually hides in the shadows. So you've been here before. That's fine. I'm glad you stepped out.
Yeah.
I hope we made you feel comfortable and owner enough to do that, because, my story goes is that I had Sasquatch experiences in my backyard. 8 years, I didn't want to say nothing. Same type of thing, right? Just kind of sat in the background. Something triggered me. Boom. That's awesome.
Then you brought me in the shadows.
Yeah, and then I brought you out of the shadows, boy.
Yeah.
Ooh, you look way better in the shadows, by the way. So, anyways, yeah. So tonight we are about to sit down with Elder Mother Medicine Bear Claw. I always want to say mother because she's, I don't know, she's kind of mothers us sometimes, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. Mama Bear Claw. I'm sure she's nodding.
No, yeah, she is. She's super amazing, and we're gonna get into all the different things that she makes, the jewelry that she makes, the smudge kits that she makes, the medicine bags that she makes for protection, for us to wear when we go out into the woods, and it's just been amazing. And I want you guys to see this and be part of this and enjoy this. Ask your questions, being respectful. Obviously, we are speaking with an elder of Native American. I'm bleeding. Sorry, I cut myself working on my car, and I just was hit my hand, and I'm bleeding. There's something with my hands tonight. You notice that? I don't know what it is.
You are fidgety.
I'm a little nervous energy or something. I don't usually get nervous, but I get Elder here. So let's stop talking. Let's get Elder in. Let's sit down and enjoy ourselves. Let's have fun. And now Elder is here. Out of respect for Elder, I want everybody to put their pants back on. Okay? All right. So let's do that. All right? And Elder, are you ready? Wave your hands like this if you're ready. Wave your hands in the air. She's dancing. I love it. And here she is. Everybody, welcome. Elder Medicine Bear Claw.
Touching hands, reaching out. There she is. It's
touching you. Hello, Nancy.
Dance. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, hello. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Greetings.
Excellent.
Hello.
How did you like Wojo's opening? Did he do good?
He tried.
Boof!
I did. I was trying to surprise you.
You surprised her with your inefficiency.
He's probably going like this. Oh no, Wojo, no.
I love it. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm very high spirit today, high energy. I do have a visitor back here, so those who have good eyes, you might catch her. She is around me.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. All right,
Mine do come here, and they're very much welcome. They've been following me over 45 years.
Wow. And that's some of the stuff I want to get into because, well, first of all, we obviously know that a she or a he, you said she?
She.
Yeah. So she's a fan of the BanterWithRichieB podcast, clearly, right?
I hope so. She'll tell me. She'll tell me.
Yeah, we're gonna know real shortly. We gotta know quickly. So, and this is the thing. It's funny because I don't know what it is. Sometimes when you sit down with certain people, like the people that you don't know, I don't research nothing. I like to ad lib. I like the natural expressions and reactions. Wojo takes notes and he has some great questions and it adds such a great balance to this. You know what I mean? And
correct.
Excuse me. Hi, Country Road Cryptids. Welcome to BanterWithRichieB. There's the new faces in here tonight. It must be you. Everybody's saying hi to you on the side, by the way, and I want you to feel that love and
hi.
And
hi means thank you, and Cree I means and Blackfoot, or we will say Mola, and we can do Kohine, which is also in Navajo and Apache. So many of us, we usually try to say welcome, greetings, Oki. I have a list since you said you wanted to know native names. So I was trying to write them all down when I was speaking with the other council members.
Oh.
They said it's fine that we can communicate with other humans, but don't give out our sacred things. Me, I still want you to learn and know, and this is what I fought to help those to understand when you are out there learning about our indigenous ways. So
yeah, and we try. I mean, you know that, and I'm sure you're here because you feel the respect from us and everybody around us, and we try to be very. I think the way we do things it's very respectful. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you'd be the first one to tell us if we weren't.
When I use the mic, because my mic, I have it set to a certain language when I'm doing meetings, Zoom meetings, and sometimes I'll type something else on my phone. So it's not my fault doing that. So
yes. My friend Denny wants to know, was that when he says who was in the room, was it your spirit guide? Would you care to explain?
Orpa is my my clan from Blackfoot Res. She's here.
Meaning
She has been
Sasquatch.
following Ci'Tanya,
Okay.
means Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
Yep.
She is a 5-toe.
Oh.
She is reddish brown. She is 10 feet tall and a size of a 16 foot.
Interesting. So,
Richie, I don't mean to cut in front of you, but what she just described, what that sounds like, the Lovelock Cave.
I'm just saying. So, and we're gonna get to that. Yeah, that's jumping right to the bottom of the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I love it. I think it's a great up. There's no sorry. Stop that nonsense.
Oh yeah.
No, because it's
so
many.
Apologize.
Yes, not to me. I mean, why would you apologize to me for? I mean,
I don't know. It's just it's respectful.
Respect.
Yeah,
If Aldo wasn't here, I'd be saying something else. Reggie! No.
Yeah, let's be honest here. Just be yourself.
Believe me, if Mama Rainfeather was alive, she is my godmother, and she would come at least 3 times a month here from Canada, and her potty mouth.
Patrick Doyle wants.
She will outdo you, Richie.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I would let her outdo me because I am a gentleman. So, is she over your left? Patrick Doyle says.
Excuse me?
Patrick Doyle wants to know if she is over your left shoulder.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Patrick. Good observation. And I'm sorry, what is her name again?
Orpa.
Orpa?
Orpa.
Okay. And what does that mean?
O-R-B-A. Orpa.
Oh,
Orpa.
That is so cool, dude.
That is cool.
If I knew this stuff before, I have 7 kids. They would all be named like Orba and Ci'Tanya. You know what I mean? Like I would have so much fun with it. It's beautiful. All right, so you're of the Blackfoot tribe in California, or was there another location that you were?
There is a Blackfoot tribe that is in Wyoming. That's where I'm originally from, but I was born here in the States, Nevada. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, okay.
My Manouche, she said that we weren't going to live on the res, that I wanted me to have a better education. But Manouche is grandmother, and Manash is mother. So they said, no, you're not going to collect from the government. You're going to learn to work and survive for yourself and your family.
Yeah. And that's what I did. I think that's amazing. And now how does one, all right, and it might be a little naivete of me. I don't know this stuff. And this is one of the reasons why I couldn't wait to sit down and talk to you. And the beautiful part about this conversation is tomorrow we get to celebrate Mother's Day. And you are one of the 5 ladies in the My Mummer in the month of May. And that we have dedicated this whole month to Mother's Day and all the mothers all around the world. And it's so nice that we get to sit with you and have this conversation, because I get to learn a different perspective, perhaps, of Mother's Day. So we'll get to that as well. But happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, because I'm not going to see you tomorrow. So I'll say it now and I'll say it again later. Is that a train near you? Oh, that sounds like,
I thought ours was bad.
I think that sounds like a coal burner. Is that a coal burning train? Sounds like a coal burner. How does
I
one?
have a train to the right of me,
Okay.
and then I got a canal that connects like a Y on the left of me. Then I have our cornfields is like a U,
Mm-hmm.
and the houses in the middle because we run a mobile home park, and they'll stay inside the corn, but mine she comes in my patio.
Oh, interesting. So, can I ask you? I just want to get to a little bit of Blackfoot and Native Americans and things like that. How does one? And then I'm going to go right into the Bigfoot. How does one become? How are you blessed to be an elder? Like, how does that happen?
I am the youngest elder that I know of, and it was by vote because I did tracking with Chief Red Hawk, which is another mentor like a father to me,
Mm,
and Mama Rain Feather. I had 38 tribal nations vote me in,
mm.
and I started tracking when I was 5. I did my first bear killed at 5 and earn up the respect more and more. Then when I turned 20, I was learning to become a medicine woman.
Interesting. So, you had your first bear kill at 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, I heard it. I heard it loud and clear, but I was like, huh? And that's a sign of building up the respect amongst the others, right? The other tribe. All right, tribe
Because
members.
that's how I got my name.
Oh, right, understood. Right, a medicine bear claw. Right, okay.
Yeah.
And then when you come to for the vote, you guys have the vote, right? And now, are there things, and I'm not asking particulars, are there things beyond that vote that make you an elder? In other words, secrets, or again, I'm not asking about them. I'm just asking, is that what happens?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. So there's things that you have about your tribe and about your history that you get to keep and then share when the time is right or allowed, so to speak.
One is allowed to speak, yes.
Oh.
I'm also an attorney for our tribal nations, which is over 500 tribals.
Wow.
Oh,
You're the attorney for your tribal nation too?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you are something else.
I'll help sign the papers in case they are trying to get their home and their property. There's a lot of government. I can't go too in details, but yes, I do a lot of that to help them either with law
Mm,
or trying to do with government, trying to receive the income that they're owed to.
mm.
If they are mixed with other nationalities, there is a possible chance you can collect. So I helped them do that.
Interesting. Wow. And that's the best part. This is what I love about interviewing and being an interviewer, right, Wojo? Because
yeah. You do a great job.
I didn't mean that, but thank you. Because my mind is constantly going up to the point of the interview, right? Like I said, I don't research or nothing. I just want to know organically
Mhm.
things, right? I want to learn things organically and have a reaction like everybody else gets to have a reaction, right? And when I'm sitting here leading up to yours, I'm going, man, like we're going to talk about Bigfoot. We got plenty of time. Obviously, it's a long show, but it's like I kind of want to know because if I know the ins and outs, not deep in, again, disrespectful ins, but if I know something of your background and the tribe's background, then I can understand why the Sasquatch, Ci'Tanya's name you use as well, is so respected and revered and understood in your way. Whereas if I just sit here talking about Bigfoot, then I'm going to kind of go backwards after every sentence when you blow my mind with something. I'll be like, wait a minute, time out. Can I ask? But it's funny and it's organic because nothing's written down. But so when you're a young girl, and have you always lived in where you are now, or did you grow up? I think you said your tribe's from Wyoming and you were born here, Arizona, where you are now. Did I say Arizona? I meant Nevada, right?
You mean Nevada?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. I always get those two mixed up. I even did an elementary school.
At the time my mother was was time to pop out, I'll say. It was at the Lucky Nevada, Reno, Nevada. So
Okay. All right.
my
So that's
mother had traveled around
uh-huh.
with the family back and forth, back and forth.
Mm, mm. And, and I mean, because I think that's just amazing. So all right, so when you're coming through now, when you're a young girl, and this is where we get into Bigfoot and stuff, and maybe it goes with what Damian Smith wants to know. When you're a young girl, what happened to me? What'd you do to me? I'm back. When you're a young girl and you start talking about, Ci'Tanya and all that stuff, how prevalent in your upbringing is it? Meaning, do they talk to you about it as soon as you can understand? Is that when the conversation of I'm going to say Sasquatch for everybody else so they don't get confused as to what we're talking about. So
When I was 7,
mhm,
I got my first sight, and it was a female,
mm,
and she is the one that is behind me, and she is also. It took time and trust and patience, and they said once you have sight
mhm,
and you keep having that communication as you're walking Mother Earth, and there is many entities, other creatures out there, but you would be marked.
uh,
So, and if you're gifted with that mark, that means you are entitled to speak to them and they will speak back, which is true.
right.
I have the marking of 3 other clans.
Mhm.
So they
Well,
do know who she is. And they all told me when things are going to change, let your community know. And I do. This is what I do all my life. Change is coming, more rain is coming, flood is coming,
mm,
earthquakes are coming.
mm. And like, so with what Damien says too, Damien asks about, do you believe he calls him Sassy? He's from, I think Damien from the live events. He's out in Scotland. Do you believe Sassy is an alien or evolved guardian of the Earth that attracts UFO activity? Is that because he's seeing that there's a connection? That obviously the correlation is out of space. Is there anything you
The
could say to that comment?
Satangas don't really like the star people.
Hmm.
They are considered the second of giants. So the star watchers, what we say down here on Mother Earth,
Mm-hmm.
is the star people, but they live among us here. They
Right.
will communicate with the Satangas
Mm.
or Sasquatch Bigfoots. Um, there is times where they are telling us what other star people are doing.
Interesting. So, all right. So, well, there's something that's very interesting. So, I'm sorry, Walter. I'll get you in too, but she got my mind
No, no,
really
no, no.
going, right?
I'm really intrigued.
Yeah,
I'm zoomed
she
in.
got my mind going, man. So you
Yeah.
could draw information from the Satungas, and go to them kind of like guides in a sense where
Okay, I'll tell you this, Richie.
yeah, yeah.
You have a female that is in your backyard. She has been following you since you were about 12.
Oh, that's mind blowing. Okay, go ahead. Yep.
And she's always on the left side of your backyard.
Mm,
She says that in hard times, I'm sorry, this is what I gotta say. She says in hard times you hurt, but you challenge yourself on it.
I do.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's
Because
correct.
you do go out there. You open your door and you say, but she says you're very loud.
Yeah, she's right.
She's right.
Well, the 12-year-old is interesting because that's when I believe I had my first experience. But it was in another state. That's what the crazy part is
Right.
about that. So, yeah, that the 12-year-old is definitely what I thought I saw. You know what I mean? And then
No,
as
you did because you had eye contact.
it was like a goosebumps. It was quite startling, and I remember being a young boy on the side of this mountain and doing this. And that's what I did. And I ran like a bad words. Very fast. I ran very fast. Hello, Mr. Vogel. How are you? Well, that's very interesting to know. So would you, because this is one thing I've always felt about myself. Would you feel as if, so by saying that, actually, you would feel as if I'm marked in a sense?
You are.
Yeah. Because I have felt that for a long time, and I've been a sensitive my whole life. So I've dealt with a lot of different things, you know.
She has tried to communicate with you, and this is why she says to hug the trees.
Mm.
And there's times you say you need to hug a tree. This is what she's trying to tell you.
Yeah, you're right. Yep. No, I'm honored, to be honest with you. I really am honored. And I've had so many times where that spot when you don't know and you're clouded by the human activity in the world and you question things, but you also know down in here, you know what I mean?
Sorry.
What is, what is true, and I've been in those situations. Like, for instance, when I was out in the woods that day and I was meditating, and I remember hearing "I control the animals," and it's a sentence I'll never forget because it was in my mind's eye, because I'm a sensitive, so I know how to use a mind's eye, and it was "I control the animals." It was a direct response to me communicating. So, but to go out and just tell somebody that at the let's say like at the grocery store, like Sam did today, and just be like, oh, by the way, in my mind's eye, Bigfoot says that they control the animals. You know what I mean? Like, they'll just be like, okay, white jacket on aisle 7. Now, how, right? So, but speaking of that though, how do you deal with some of those things now? Because when I speak, when I hear from you, I understand, Wojo understands and respects and likes, but not all of humanity is the same way. So
they're not open-minded. You have to have an open mind when you're entering the forest or the woods, because you have no control there. You're going to have to rely on Mother Earth and what is your surroundings. So there will always be, your guardian angel is always going to be around. Everyone has a guardian angel.
Right.
Now, when you are entering the forest or the woods and you're up high, then if you're hearing things and then all of a sudden you feel something touch you, and then all of a sudden you got goosebumps and you're like, oh, like you got shocked, and you're like, you're freaking out. Don't do that. That's the most thing to do, is feel fear, scared, and nervous. Because they can sense it. Any entities, any cryptids, and all animals can feel you. They can feel you from 10 miles, 20 miles.
Interesting. And we've been there before, because remember, Wojo, I've gone up to a location before we've even gone into the woods or anything like that, and I've told you exactly what I'm feeling, and then boom, we have something like that. Wojo's experienced me say that stuff out loud, huh, Wojo?
Yeah. Well, the time that we got spooked. But before that, see, Richie's usually, when he's talking to you all, I'm usually like a few feet ahead of him, so I can't hear the conversation. But at one point, I did hear him say that, something's watching us. And I thought I heard something. I'm like, where? And he'll show me the general direction, and I'll be like, no, I don't hear nothing. And then as we continue on into our journey through the woods, and all of a sudden, the tree started shaking. You can hear them.
Yeah.
And I just sat there like, what? And Richie's like, it's there to the left. Now, he did say to the left before it all happened.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just looked at him like this, and then all of a sudden I just heard the first crack of a branch, and I could just see everything shake. I'm just trying to like what I'm waiting for, something to come out of the woods. It's just shaking. You can hear the snaps, but at the same time that's going on, because he's just like, like, wow. I'm hearing another one to my right at 1:00. I'm hearing the same thing, movement. I go, I think we got 2 of them, Rich. And
Yep.
It's pretty exhilarating, and then we try to stay calm, and yet you can still hear them. You know, they're low to the ground, and you could tell they must be crawling or something. I was like telling him, Richie, I still hear the snaps.
I will say this because I noticed there has been a lot of questions in your live or when you're like a live now. Do they go
Yeah.
on all fours? Yes. Because they will, to blend in with the bush, the tree, and sometimes they will cloak in the tree and you can just see the outline of the face.
Right. And that's, have you seen the video of Oz from our game camera with the two like lights that are moving around together, but you can't see anything else? What I'll put it up in a little bit for everybody to check it out again. And we'll get your take on that because I'm kind of interested to see your perspective on that. Bear Claw, is there a Bigfoot around that you could see? I don't know if you're here earlier. She mentioned she had one. I don't know what the question pertains to, Tim. That's Tim from Ohio Bigfoot Researchers. Everybody, please check out Ohio Bigfoot Researchers. Tim Gayhart. His wife, Renee Gayhart, will be part of My Mummer in May. This amazing lineup of very, very amazing Bigfoot ladies, the ladies of Bigfoot. She will be here on the 31st. She is our anchor. Let's go. Very exciting. So I don't know what he's pertaining to there. Like, I think it's what you said earlier. Is there a Bigfoot around that you can see? He's asking.
Yeah, she's here.
Yeah.
She gets along with my clan from the border of Nevada and California.
Now, when you say your clan, how do you get? Now, do you get your clan by going there physically, or do you get your clan by Okay, so it's physical being there. Okay.
I do both.
Yep.
When you guys are out there, I'm out there in the tree.
Yep.
My husband knows not to bother me because my body lifts up, and I do it for many channels. I'll say 3 o'clock towards the left.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
20 feet to your right. Yeah. What? Where?
Oh yeah, she gets us a few times.
I have a question, Mama.
No.
So Richie's marked.
Elder.
Elder, excuse me. I'm
you
sorry.
said Mama like I did.
I don't know. She's just so.
Everybody calls me Mama.
Yeah. So, now Richie's marked. What am I considered? Am I like a circle? What am I? Because I'm out there too, and I'm, never been into a situation like this.
You haven't been marked, but you are recognized because you haven't really believed in them for long, but you know there's something out there.
Yep.
Richie will have a red mark. This is how you know. So
yeah.
Through their eyes, you're saying I'll have a red mark through their eyes.
No, you'll have a red mark on your body.
I do right now somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. I'm like,
He's looking.
I'm looking.
No, Richie, it's not a sniper. It's not that red beam on you like that. But
no, I think it's amazing, and obviously I'm honored by that. And I have felt that before because and one of the first investigators I ever went out my backyard with to help me kind of guide me research wise, and said it to me on the way out, and he said, "I think they're here because of you." And that's such a profound statement that I had never imagined anybody would ever say to me. And I didn't really know what he meant until I became more of a researcher, right? He says, I think they're here because of you. They know that you respect them and they know that, they're comfortable with you. And it was funny because I didn't tell him about the relationship part that I had with Sasquatches in my backyard, because I literally would go that people ask me why some people don't believe in knocking and some people don't believe in whooping and all that stuff. And I think it's up to them out there, not up to me. And when I walked out my backyard, I would hear a knock way off in the distance. And after the fifth time, I picked up a stick after the fifth time, not fifth knock, but the fifth time I went out my backyard and I heard a knock. I grabbed one and went, hey, I knocked back. I was like, yeah, how you like that? You know? And then bang, I got one back and I went, oh, they like that. So then I started, it was like I knew when I came out was to announce my presence to them. And so I came out and out of respect for them, I hit a tree with it. And then boom, I'd get a soft knock way off in the distance or over here. And I would know where they were positioned. And I'd be like, I'd go about my day. I'd wave to the woods, hey, you know what I mean? And just start raking, you know what I mean? And
I think to add to your story, Rich, it's more it's an understanding. It's like good neighbor, bad neighbor, like of an acknowledgement.
yeah.
I will say this: you're close, Bojo. You're very close.
Yeah,
But I will say this: the Dogman is more cleansed to you.
Oh, that's gonna hurt a little bit.
What does that mean?
They're not bad.
I'm just teasing them.
They run with the Satangas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have heard many channels. They don't. They do. We have a tribal that I cannot say the name.
Understood.
But they honor the Satangas, and there's always a Dogman with that Satanga.
I guess that would make sense, and it's not that Dogman likes you more than you know. I'm saying that.
This is why we say, Wojo, be careful when you're going further out, especially when I do say more to the left, about 20 feet. That was your last live, and that's when I had also mentioned that because that's where he was. He was standing up by the tree where you had lit the ladder over there.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you want to give me a hug or anything, or is it just like
no hugs for you, bro? No hugs for you.
I guess I get no hugs.
No hugs. The Dogman gonna lick your face. So, but you know what's funny was because when I first started all this, there wasn't a lot of Dogman stuff, right? There wasn't a lot, I should say, not stuff, but knowledge of Dogman. So therefore, it wasn't spoken of, and that's just what, a decade ago. You know what I mean? But yet they had to have been running alongside with them forever. And then,
yes, they have.
Yeah,
they're like the protection. Even they will stay and keep the boundary for the young juveniles.
Ooh. Yes.
Oh, so they're very, very protective, and they say, "Oh, how do you know?" Well, I do know, and I can't really say because there are our laws, the native laws. But I do say when they are around, and one would stay. And this is why I say, when you go out investigate, don't wear no cologne, don't wear no deodorant, because that will attract them.
And when you say attract them, though, in what kind of a way? A rambunctious way, or will they make love to Wojo? Well, Elder's on. I have to say it more respectful.
I know. He's like, oh no.
It won't get their attention in a negative way. They might.
No.
Right.
Then if they'll get your body oil. It already releases the scent.
Right.
So, but this is how I knew when I watched you guys the first couple times, and I said, "Wow, don't they see the Dogman over there standing?" And my husband asked me, "Well, what are you doing?" I go, "Don't bother me. I'm going to the room now." He said, "Okay." And I sit, and I was getting there, and you had a young boy with you, Richie, and then there was another gentleman, and Waljo was going closer towards where the college is.
Yep.
And right there, you had just passed the dog, and I'm like, this one seems very calm. I wonder if he likes him or he feels that he can relate to Waljo.
Right.
So
Well, I
I
do
was
love
like,
dog.
I was trying because you know what? Even if you have dog scent in you, they will send it too.
Interesting. So, and Damien is again, you know, Damien. Do they cloak through genetics, or do they alter our perception by different means?
They do cloak when it is really necessary.
Gotcha. All right. So they can do that from within themselves. It's nothing that they alter us with, right?
No.
Gotcha. Understood. Ohio says he wants to know if there's one around him. In other words, are you marked him? Is that what you're asking?
If he's marked for a Dogman,
Bigfoot. He's very much into Bigfoot. Very much.
I'm marked, but I can't see him because I'm not there to feel, and
Right.
I try not to go and feel the people.
Right. Just
I
jump.
asked the Satongas, you know,
Right.
don't be aggressive. Because
Right.
there are some that are very aggressive in Ohio.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of learning, and this leads me to part of the question too. Now, I've always had this theory that they're all over the world, and
They are.
I've had this theory that they're very much like humans, and that they look different in different geographical locations, different diets, things like that, make them big, small, wide, thick, you know, whatever it might be. The colors are different that they got to blend with, you know, like maybe more Yetis, so to speak, the white because of like a polar bear.
Yetis are more dark gray with highlight white. That's
Gotcha.
how we see them.
Understood. And that's what I've always felt, that geographically it makes a difference, just like it does with humans. And I have always felt that, well, not always, as I've learned and grown as a researcher, I feel there's a higher being / primitive human mixed into them.
No.
How do you feel? Okay. All right. So how would you explain them? Like growing up, that's a great question. Growing up, you know, you're within your tribe, you're having this conversation. Do they teach that stuff like in school? Like, where do you learn about this? Just on the side by the campfire? Like, how does that happen?
Sit in your backyard with the bonfire. Allow nature to take its course.
Understood. So it goes with the hunting lessons and the tracking lessons. And oh, by the way, just be aware, this is what else is out here. But they can. Are they
When you're tracking bears, elk, deers, moose. Now there's different kinds of bears, right? So you have to find out what is that print. Oh, okay, that looks like an elk. Or is it an elk? Or is it something else? Now, if you are wanting to know what entities, there are many different ones now. And they will also look like the same print as a deer or a wolf, or not as much as a moose because I don't see them, but I've been told, and I fidgy about that one. But when you are out there, and the wingelows, it's the same thing when you look for their prints. So the wingelows is what you really have to look for. The Dogman does protect humans, and I'm going to say this again, American people, because a wingalow can take your breath away just as much as an it. And us indigenous natives are not allowed to say the word.
Right.
And if you do, then you're misbehaving our laws, even from the elders. You have to get permission from 5 elders to speak of the name.
Oh.
Every channel that I've helped, I've helped over 500, and I've had about 300 and some sponsored children underneath me to teach them everything. But when you are whistling at night, you're calling the it to come out from underneath Mother Earth.
Okay.
Mm.
No, and that's, because it's funny because I've had that's happened to me in my backyard where I've heard that direct, abrupt whistle, and Mojo actually has heard it as well.
They also mimic the same thing. The Wingalow's shapeshifters. They will mimic a crying baby, a scream sounding like a woman. It's in heat. So,
and that's one of my questions, and one of the questions I think someone else was asking it too. I think it was probably Damien again. I'm sorry, I had to catch up to the chat. When they're mimicking, first of all, does Sasquatch mimic different animals and things like that?
yes.
Okay, and are they doing that? I'm sorry, go ahead.
The squirrels and robins and woodpeckers, they're the ones who will let humans know about the Ci'Tangas or Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Shipro, Shapu, Binikwa. These are all names called Bigfoots.
And are they mimicking to get our attention? Are they talking to one another? Are they mimicking to kind of distract us, to look left, and then
to distract you and to get the other clan, I'll say, or Ci'Tangas to communicate, and then you can hear them chatter.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
Because also too, they can pick up on a person's fear or anger, or like if they're trying to hunt them.
Right.
And this is how they'll communicate, and they'll have it'll be a Dogman, or it could be a Ci'Tanga on the other side of you guys, because you guys are so focused over here, you're not worrying about what's behind you.
Right.
Then that's when they distract you, and then you're turning around, and there they go.
There they go. Yep. Yeah.
But you got to remember too, not sometimes if they can't close fast enough to get in, they can get in the tree fast and then go to the other tree, and you guys are not like looking up or whatever.
Right.
Everybody usually just looks down, but if you look up, they make nests in the trees.
Interesting. It's when Marty, our friend Marty came, I did look up in the tree line, and I could see the shine, the eye shine, and I just kept peeking, and I go, do I see something up in the tree? And I know, because it kept doing this, and I don't think an owl will peek back and forth. I know they move around a little bit, but not the way the glow I was seeing was shifting. And then then, as I told him, it disappeared. But as I'm looking at you now, I have great vision, peripheral vision. I saw another eye shine to my left, Rich, which was on the main path on the left side of the woods. If we were to head back, and I go, there's one right there. And then that's when we heard that woo 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 woo, and when they do make calls like that and what have you, is it? I don't know. Maybe are they happy? Or I mean, why would they it's almost like revealing themselves right there.
Okay, let me. I'll say this: when you guys go off, turn all the equipment off, you get more action.
They do get
They do not like to be on camera. Usually, what I do, and believe me, I don't really take pictures because I have it all in my mind. They'll give me a vision to see if I need to. When you are not even ready to go live or whatever, they'll drain your batteries, your cameras really fast. Even as you put the other batteries in, it's drained.
Yep.
So you might as well leave it off, try to communicate with them, and then you hear sometimes I get a lot of emails. Can they understand English? Yes, they can. I am going to say it. Yes.
Mm.
Do they understand other languages? Yes, they do.
Mm.
Do they have their own language? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you hear them talk and there's no sound around you, you'll hear some words that are in English.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard chatter where it sounded like humans were in the woods. I mean, how many times have we said that, Wojo? We've been way out there. I'm like, is that people out here with us?
Yeah,
like, we've literally
I've heard that
said
too.
that. Yeah, like I'm like, is it? And we're out in the middle of nothing. Nobody has a reason to go out there. And not saying that we haven't been in places where there's humans, but I've heard in places where I'm like, is that another human out here with us? Like literally could hear other people talking is what we would say. That sounds like other people talking. Like we've said that. People have probably heard us on the live say it.
But also different frequencies too, Rich. Like meaning the higher pitch, it just sounds more female-ish. Remember, like we were like, is it female?
Oh yeah,
things like that.
Yeah. It seems to be a lot of that is with the female as well. And and the experience that I had with them talking back and forth, they were 80 feet. Well, I say 80 feet from us, but it seemed a lot even closer than that. But there was two of them talking, one on each side of us. And throughout this investigation, I kept doing this, and I'm going like this because at my very edge of my hearing, I could hear the crumbling of the leaves. Like they were moving real slow with us. And I kept doing this. I kept saying, "Oh yeah." And I remember being afraid to say anything because I didn't want to be the Bigfoot guy. But I knew what I was hearing, man. I was locked in. I knew what I was hearing. And then when we got done and we packed our stuff up, as you said, all electronics went away. And this one on the right started talking, and he was like, it was a clear language. It was just trying to imitate a little bit of what they were saying. And then that one stopped, and then a much bigger one on my left picked up where that one had left off and like answered him. It like replied to that other one. And I went, we were frozen. And then the second one, the one that spoke first, picked up again. But this time, when it was done talking, made this loud click like a tree knock. Oh, where are we? Oh, right here. I think Tim said that he saw that over your right shoulder. Yeah. Oh, I see. You can almost see energy movement.
You're going to see outline when they're cloaked and when they're that is what you'll see.
I see that a lot. So that brings me to this real quick, right? Click this up. Yeah, hit that like button if you guys are watching the show. We're sitting here with Elder Medicine Bear Claw of the Blackfoot tribe, and we are learning some Native American side of Sasquatch, Ci'Tanya, Bigfoot, however you want to say it. Now, I have a quick question before I bring up this video. I want to show everybody again and get your take on it. Just simple. How do I say friend? Because I say it in my language, but I want to say it in yours. Here we go.
You know, I have wrote many names down for you.
Yes.
Okay. Aho Tanse. I only here to visit you. Now I'm going to say it in my language in Cree. Aho. I nishtal. Inistakawaiste.
I got to learn.
I'm here to visit my friend.
Oh, see, I want to do that.
While we're on the subject of languages, Rich, I'm sorry. I do have a question. So,
no question.
We do have an audio of them speaking. Now, if we are trying to mimic of how they were talking, is that disrespecting them by any means, or just Or is it just a good communication way to communicate?
They have communicate with you. You just don't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. I got to record this, Sparky. No, and I feel that they have, and we've even picked them up on the recorder without us there. But then we go back sometimes after our lives and we listen to, and I'm like, dude, there's that. We'll hear that chatter.
Oh,
right.
That I'm going to say this. You know how you guys were showing the stick with the peanut butter? They do that. They each get a twig and.
Yeah. And we leave them a twig. And that's the crazy thing. They stored it away to where they could get it. They knew.
The one that you were looking for, you better look in the tree. It's like there.
You think there's another one in the tree? Because there's 3 of them. All right. So there's 2 that we have found. There is one long ago missing.
There's one up in the tree.
I wonder
because
if we go...
that's the big male.
Oh, yeah. The big male he's the one with the red eyes that freaked me out. You know what I mean? Let's see.
Really have red eyes.
Well, something looked red to me, man. I was looking up at some red eyes, like this guy behind me, this dude here. It was some of these right here I was looking at, because we always try to figure out the color. Like I see yellowish green with a little bit of hue. We've seen that. We've seen the white, and I've actually seen the white transform into a yellow, and then and a light green. And then when I looked up to the left. Over here is what I saw. And I went, are those red, dude? And I went like this. And I was trying to convince myself.
You sure it's not the Dogman?
Oh boy. Oh boy. She did it again.
Yep.
She did it again. And so when I looked up to the left, I watched the head move like this.
Yeah.
Just like that, as if to say, yeah, what you're thinking is true, buddy. And I was like, what? Like I freaked out a bit. I got to be honest with you. I did. And I don't freak out much. I'm pretty calm under pressure and in a lot of situations. I've had paranormal experiences where ghosts were like right here. You know what I mean? So I've had all that stuff. So that stuff, I've always been the one with the calmness, right? Doesn't mean I don't yell out what the F is that on my lives, because I do. Hey, John, how are you? Thank you for being here. So I got to learn that sentence that you just said over and over again. So I wonder if on Messenger, you can hit that little microphone thing and you can record yourself.
And send it to you.
Oh, please. Because I have to say it over and over again in order to, something we got to practice. I mean, you know that, Hi, Henry. What? Henry says they have no neck. What?
They don't. They don't have no neck. Henry asked me that question a year and a half ago, and many channels says, "Oh yeah, he had a neck and he turned." No,
I didn't say I saw a neck. I said I saw a head.
You said, yeah.
No, but I'm just clarifying.
Oh no, I'm clarifying with Henry. You got that, Henry? I'm clarifying with you, Henry. Yeah, because that's all I said. I said it's funny that you say that, because this is organically happening right now. I literally said, even on the live, like I just saw a whole head turn. That's all I said. I never said, hey, I saw a head, neck, shoulders.
Right. It's like this.
It was like this. The whole thing just moved like that. And it was all one piece, like almost. It was crazy. Crazy. And that's why I think maybe if it was a Dogman, I don't know. But I'm telling you, what I saw was like a bowling ball.
When you want to water a tree, make sure you kind of scuffle in the bottom, because you just marking someone else's territory, and they went back and did it again.
Oh. Whoa, Joe. That's weird.
I don't know. I'm in I'm in La La Land right now.
Well, yeah, you can get in La La Land really quick. Let's see. What did Bree just say? Hi, Bree, by the way. I don't think I said hi to Bree. Did I say hi to Bree?
No, she snuck in here.
No, she was here before, and I saw her name come up. What is real, though? Sarima? Sarima is real, though. I don't know what that means. Lavon says the ones I have seen, no neck. Oh, this is getting very, very cool. This is what I love. May I just have the floor for 40 seconds, probably longer because I'm Italian. This is what I love. This is the don't be a gatekeeper stuff that I talk about. And this is why I tell you don't be a gatekeeper. Don't hang around with gatekeepers. There's no need to, okay? Because when you come here and you have people being respectful and having conversation, I'm hearing elders say there's no neck. Henry says there's no neck, probably because he talked to Elder and they learned together, and now he's seen them. So, and then someone else, Levon, who was a seasoned researcher as well, the ones I've seen have no neck. Now, if Levon was a gatekeeper, we would have less information. That is huge. That is huge. This is why, as researchers and as people in general, we should share things respectfully with one another. Whether you believe or don't believe. If you don't believe this, shut up and listen. You know what I mean? If you can't say something nice, don't say it all. You know, but it's very, very important in a research field like this when we're trying to find out the things. You know, like I don't want to just, I already know they're here. I already know they're real. I'm not worried about that. I want to learn things about them. I want to know what we can do to be better. You know what I mean? Or what they, you know, how they live and things like that. Like, I just have all those questions. It's just like the Jane Goodall theory. I just want to sit down. I wish I could sit down with them face to face by the fire and have a chit chat and find out what's going on.
Don't be surprised they do.
Oh, I at this point, I wouldn't be surprised about nothing. Now, I'm going to bring up that video real quick, and then I want everybody to check it out, okay? So this video, if you're new here, is from our game camera. I'm going to play the original, and then I'm going to zoom in for you. So I'll play the original twice, and then I'll zoom in, and then we're going to get Elder Medicine Bear Claw's take on it, all right? So here, enjoy this as we sit on the side. So this is our game camera looking out to the woods. Watch your right mid-screen. By accident. Put on loop. Watch the little skinny tree on the right here. The little skinny gray tree on the right to the left of that. See what you're looking at, right?
Mm-hmm.
We do that as well, Levon. Yes. Okay.
That's a juvenile.
I'm fine with you too, using my meters and all. So there you go. So you saw that, and now I'm gonna do a zoom in shot I have. Let me go over here to video storage, and I'm going to click on this, and then I'm going to bring it up to you close. So there's that skinny tree again. So if you're new and you haven't seen this video, this is on a game camera that we have at about, I think it was 2:36 a.m. Are we in trouble? What do we do?
No.
Wojo did it.
No, me communicating.
Bigfoot band. Hey, Dodger. What's up, man? So, yeah, notice the separation between, I'm just going to call them eyes. The eyes, it almost looks like there's a blink, and they don't move. They move together. They move together simultaneously with distance and with curiosity and intellect. See how it goes down, comes back up, and then slowly scans, right? And then that's when the video stops, which stinks because I can only get so much video off this satellite camera. I wish I could just watch the whole video. So I came and said to Wojo, I'm like, dude, do we have like a cloaking Bigfoot here that has eye shine because of the IR and doesn't realize that it doesn't have the self?
No. Now they can cloak majority of their body, and their head and their eyes can be going. But you have a juvenile on the right, and the left is an adult.
You think like the right eye, the right dot? Like when you say that, like it looks like one, like it would be a big. Oh, I see that in the background. I always pick that up in the background in the end. Do you pick that up in the background in the end, Wojo? Watch the right one.
The right eye.
Yeah, watch it. Watch it right as it comes past the tree, right here.
Right there, you see the light, like it go. Yeah, you see how it looks like. It looks like a flashlight, like it's going back. You know,
right, but look behind it though. It looks like a shadow peeking out from that tree. That's what gets me sometimes. Watch. That's why I have to control myself.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a juvenile.
I see what you mean. Because we saw it as one big head connected with the eyes. You know what I mean? Looking around.
Also, too, when everybody told us to other channels I've worked with or helped, and they tell me don't give them the information, I'm gonna give it to them. They will move your how you say your
game camera.
trail cam.
Yeah.
They move it, so the other ones will cross by.
So, Rich,
or sometimes they will move it.
We've had this, yeah.
We had this happen, and we had the gifting chair at a different spot before this one right now, and we moved the cameras in different heights, different spots, and we noticed that the landscape looks a little bit different. And I go, did it move this camera? Because you could hear like tapping sounds. You know, it like they're behind the camera tapping, just kind of curiosity. But you could tell that it just moved just enough. And what's amazing is that they still got the gifts.
Yep.
At the chair, and it didn't show any picture.
Okay. When you go back, see if there is 3 more little ones prints, and also see if there is a print on the chair leg, on the back one, the back right.
So if you're looking at the chair, the back right leg, see if there's a print on that. Yeah, they've been messing around with the back of that chair a lot lately. The underneath the chair, and then when we found this last stick that they used for a spoon, the other one was buried underneath it, and we didn't know it was there for months. And maybe 2 months, right, Woj? And I've seen eyes a few times during cloaking. Excellent, that's interesting, John. Thank you. And go ahead. Sorry.
Also, I apologize. The zinger wrapper that you guys were missing.
Yeah.
It's across that little creek.
Yeah.
It looks like the tree looks like it's dead. Yeah. It's stuck on there, and it's kind of high. So look up if you guys happen to go back there. They might move it now I say it, but
yeah, that's off diagonal to the right. I know which one she's talking about because we were there.
Well, pretty much when we saw the granola bar wrapper
in that area. The bedding area, the dare bed area.
So you're talking about? I'm sorry, Rich. There's a tree that's kind of like in the middle of the creek, and it slopes over, Rich.
Yeah,
I know a certain tree. And I wonder if she's talking about
that. We probably picture the same tree, dude.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about. If you go across from that, that's where the granola bar wrapper that we totally forgot that we even have that out there. But I mean,
I do want to say thank for picking up all wrappers and extras that I know you guys have picked up.
Yes, we try to do our best, and we've actually been talking about doing an investigation with a trash bag on our belt loop, and actually picking up from the other meatheads that
they don't like it.
Yeah, they don't care much. Yeah, I know they don't. And every time I see it, I say it. I'm like, I've even said it on the live. I feel like I should apologize to these guys for foolish humans. But what is Matt talking about, Wojo?
Oh, he's probably talking. So with that, remember when I started with the Geiger counter across the creek, where we the area that the juvenile was stepped in. So, excuse me, not stepped in that. Where the juvenile was, okay.
The gifting chair?
Where the game camera is, right across from the game camera, there is a tree that you can see to the far right of, and that's where we found the compression of the 18-inch by 8.25 inch, right by the creek.
Right, which is the same one we just looked at the other day that I got in the Scaniverse.
It's the same print, yes, but this is in the compost.
Gotcha.
In a different spot, right in front of. So if you go across from our camera, if you with the game camera, there's a remember that there's a big pine tree.
Yeah.
That's where we thought. So if you remember Matt was across the brook right by the game camera.
Yeah.
If you kind of come around and look right directly at him, the print was right there.
Right. But he's emphasizing that we missed it, I think.
Well, I think because we were there doing the Gaia countering, but we never noticed it because I don't think we really went that close to the creek. We were more. So, Matt, what we were doing is more observe of what's around the tree area that the juveniles.
No,
possibly.
what I'm saying is we got to get him out to investigate with us again and then beat him up and duct tape him to a tree for being a wise ass.
And then after we're done, we throw him back in the brook.
Yeah, back in the brook, and then we load up his fine. Yeah. So how you like that, Matt? No, he remember that. And you know, I didn't put the two together with the same size prints that we just found with Jess.
I'm telling you, it's amazing. Like when he found that, I was like, oh my god, how could I? Well, because we didn't go that far down, but I noticed it.
If you take a female with you, please always keep your head on the swivel.
Oh, I do. Yep.
Yeah.
But why? What's the main?
I keep Rich close to me.
Mm-hmm. We were looking at other things, Bree. Researchers and athletes.
Yeah.
Clearly. What's the main reason when it's about females? What are we trying to protect them from besides Wojo?
Males will take males like how.
Wait, what? Male,
that's when I said when I told you stay close to Sam.
Because Brandy.
Oh, was it Brandy?
Yeah.
Brandy, yes.
Okay.
Ghost Girl.
Oh yes, it was Ghost Girl. You're right.
Yes.
That's why I asked, was she wearing any perfume?
Yeah, that was Wojo.
Because I could smell the perfume, and if I can smell it, then they can. And then they can challenge you. I'm not saying they'll take her, but you're in their territory.
Right.
They're like, oh, you're woman.
Yes, I will stand up for my woman.
So
I'm not going to challenge.
Yes.
Hey, she's single. Go ahead.
Leave me my woman.
I'm not going to challenge you. You're 8 feet tall and you're big.
Leave me my woman and take my Wojo. How's that? He has zingers. Right? He come no harm with zingers.
I will say this. They do laugh when you're joking out there.
I'm a bit of a clown. And Wojo.
That we have fun no matter where we are.
Have you ever heard how they laugh?
No.
Ooh.
How do they laugh?
Well, we might have. Really? Kind of a.
Sometimes you might think those are whoops, Rich, and it's probably them laughing. That's like when I fell on top of you on the ice.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying.
That's when they were laughing.
She brought that up. She said they're laughing.
I know she's getting that. Yeah. And then she goes, oh, by the way, you have two of them, one to your left, one to your right. And we just got a whoop on the left. And we heard, remember, Rich, I told you there's something walking to the right?
Yes.
I go, how does she know that?
Yeah, because that one diagonal was out a little ways, and Max picked up on it. Remember, Max kind of snapped his head around, was like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
They were definitely laughing at us, bro. Mainly you for falling on top of me after I had already fallen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that hurt too.
Yes. So they laugh. So they laugh like butthead. Yeah, they're a little goofy, Cass. Yeah, they're probably a little goofy. I mean, you got a big set of lungs. You don't always get to control it when it's in a certain thing, a certain position, right? Like you go, oh, like Santa. Like Santa's got big lungs. Yeah, Santa Claus got big lungs. So, all right. So that's amazing. So listen.
Have you heard my call?
Oh, wait. What do you mean? Wait a minute. Time out.
Yeah.
You did. Are you surprising me with something? Because no one said that you were going to do a call like a Sasquatch call, like.
Hey, I heard it. This is great.
No,
This is
Scott,
great.
you be quiet. Just because everybody loves Wojo. Is this a trick? Is somebody tricking me? Are you gonna?
No.
Wait. Are you gonna? Is this for you?
If you watched my live
I do, but no, I don't get
in
$10.
Michigan,
Yeah.
in Michigan, I went on investigation at my sponsor's son, who named him Sangha. I did my call before I entered. I prayed and put down tobacco. I could hear them all running. And he was like already in. He's like, oh my God, I can hear them running for you.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. My call is.
Go ahead.
You
Go
ready?
ahead. Yeah, we're ready. Dude.
That's awesome.
Can you do it again?
I love it.
No.
Why? All right. Why was your husband going to start cleaning something if you did it again?
He's not washing the dishes.
Dude's like, yeah, I'm going.
He's already looking out the window. He goes, oh.
That is powerful, though.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Now, how did you get that call? Did you hear that before? Was it something that, in other words, because we've heard on recording that when you see us do the ha, blah, blah, because we have that on recording and it sounds what we do. So we try to talk back to them out of respect. You know what I mean? I think Wojo was asking that earlier if they see that as respectful or mocking.
Yes. No, they don't see it as a mark. It's a show of respect.
Excellent.
I've been doing mine since I was 10.
Really? You've been doing that call to do that same call?
Same call. Hasn't changed.
Rich, you can do that. I know you can. Because you have that is on your whoops. Woo, you know,
yeah.
You can do it.
I could do what she did. I would have to hear it again though, and we don't want her husband vacuuming. So maybe no disrespect, sir. It's just
no.
Me being funny. No. So all right, now you got to cut the audio and record it and play it to Sassy. That's not a bad idea. Do we have permission to use your voice if we record it and play it in the woods?
Sure.
Oh, good. I want. Thank you.
And then they're going to say, "You're not a woman, so what are you doing?"
And I'll be like, "Have you seen these humans? I'm anything I want to be." So I'll play whatever I damn well please. No, it'll be fine. I think if it's from us and they know we're respectful and we're not bringing people in that aren't, or bringing them back if they are, they understand.
They'll know my call.
Oh, I bet you they'll know your call. I bet you.
Because I've never been there and I've never been in Michigan before, and they all came running.
Really? So you would never.
If you watch my last live, and the Great Big Outdoors Biggies, aka Sangha, you can hear he does a good loud whoop, and I can do one too, but I don't do that because I'd rather be respectful my way, as I've been learned since I was young.
Right. Yeah. No.
Question on the calls, like there are different calls, the whoops, and then the Ohio, howl, which I tend to do. What's the difference? I mean,
one is more demand, like powering. Those are the aggressive, that's Ohio. There's Ohio, and then West Virginia, and it goes down to you guys, and then it comes back. But there are like 4 clans in your area, your whole area spread to your state.
Well, all right. So that was the other thing about asking you too. So when you got how many clans did you say that you associate with?
4.
It is 4. Okay. And now that you haven't seen them physically, you can kind of, is it mind? Would you call it mind speak? Like, how would you? What would you
No,
call it?
I see her. She'll like when I was in Michigan, she came in the room and they were kind of like scared because you can hear the way they stomp, the way they walk. It's like a heavy stomp.
Oh yeah, we hear that thump.
That's a thump. Yeah.
Yeah.
When things are too heavy and overwhelmed with me, she'll come like maybe 10 feet and she'll speak to me. When I speak to her, I do sign language and she speak back. A lot of the Satangas, Shagubu, they all do sign language.
Well,
I know a little bit too.
Well, that's interesting because we have. I don't know if you know Ernie Davio. Ernie Davio had an experience in Granville, Massachusetts. He's a guest speaker at the Cobble Mountain Critter Festival. He's a very good friend of ours. I love him. We speak to him personally. You know, he calls us and stuff. And he had an experience where he was hunting deer, and apparently he ran into a couple of them that were hunting deer as well, and the same deer. And he looked to his left, and there was a big guy standing right there at a tree. And the big guy, like he thought he would have to defend himself. And the big guy did one thing that stood out mainly was that he kept slapping his own hand at him. And he felt it was if the Sasquatch was telling him that he was human, like him, like he had skin like him, you know, this skin like you. And then he used other sign languages, different he calls them hand signals, I think. So that they were speaking with their hands. And he actually, a lot of that he hired like an artist to draw the signals that he was given by this Sasquatch. So he's an amazing guy. So Cobble Mountain Critter Festival, he'll be there. What's this?
This is people.
Oh, people. Oh, so is it the
Apple.
sign language we know?
Thank you.
It's them. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's same, yeah. So
Mountains.
oh yeah.
Crazy.
Is that what they say every time
These
I'm out
are
there?
the communications I do with them, and a lot of my relatives, different tribals, they all do that too.
Oh, well, you speak pretty fluent then. What, Wojo? Would you just call you all right, Wojo? Wojo called himself crazy.
I said you look beautiful.
2 comments up.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, 2 comments up. Well, I get, pretty excited. Is there? Oh, wait. All right. Let me take a couple of questions real quick, and then I want to show some people the pictures that you have. Is there a way you can learn to see them, like through meditation? Sam asks.
If your heart is pure, they will show themselves to you. And again, like I said, it takes a lot of patience and a lot of trust, mainly trust. Then they'll show you physically, maybe 15 yards, 10 yards, or like my clan over here in Nevada, in California, when we park, we go up and we sit and I bring gifts for them. My husband's not much of a fan. He's scared. So stay back. But I will eat what I give them. I take a bite of every one to show it to eat. But sometimes what I do is do a 2 liter of 7-Up or Sprite, freeze it, cut it open, put it in a Ziploc bag with other fruits and a little bit of water. And then I put it back in the freezer, put it in my bag that keeps it cold. And when I'm up there, I carry that backpack with lots of ice in it to keep it frozen. I'll break it out right there.
Oh, interesting. You pack a lunch, basically, for them and share it with them. That's very interesting. Damien wants to know if you could show us how to greet Sassy and say we mean no harm, and not like Wojo.
To greet them?
Yeah, like say sign language.
Oh, and
no harm? Now, what'd you just say? Can you say it as you do it so we can?
I bring love.
Oh. Oh, I like that better than we come no harm. Just so you know that, Wojo. No offense, Wojo. I'm
You
sorry.
can do it in 3 different ways. So.
Without the zingers.
Yeah, so we got to learn. Well, this is a good way to do it because obviously we've heard it. And again, this is, we go back to the gatekeeping stuff. Ernie Davio shares his story. She's sharing her knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
They coincide with one another. They have, you understand? That gives it more. I don't know.
Every clan on Mother Earth is very different. Every researcher that wants to understand them want to have some kind of communication, and it's how you present it to them.
Right.
I never carry a gun when I go out there. I carry a machete, knife, but never a gun. Or sometimes I don't carry nothing because I tell them I come here with no heart. I come to visit.
Right.
But I go, when I do want to take a picture, I like to have a picture. If you allow me, I appreciate it. If you don't, it's okay. But every time I happen to take, it allowed me and I caught it, and then I would diffuse it in white or in different colors to see, so that way I have something to show, so no one says, oh, you're right. But I don't need to prove anything to anybody, not even my tribal, like I said, or any other tribal.
Right. Yeah, and that's, and it's funny because like I even just did a post this morning about me, and with me on it saying, I forget exactly what I said. Oh, Bigfoot is real, and I don't care if you believe it or not. Whether you believe it or not, I don't care. And I'm not trying to be mean about it. I'm just trying to cement that fact that that's how I feel, because these are my experiences that I've been gifted, and I'm truly grateful for them. And even my podcast had come out through tragedy and passion after losing my baby Jack. And if it wasn't for him kind of pushing me out that door to say, hey, Dad, go, this is how you're going to heal. This is going to be therapeutic for you. Go out into the woods and find what you've been dealing with for all these years now. Go get your answers and then share them with everybody. And that's what I've done. And I got to be honest with you, it's life-changing for me, and for the positive. And sometimes I think that's why they came. You know what I mean? I think that's what it was supposed to be written as. You know what I mean? And I'm just living my path. You know what I mean? So I'm truly blessed. And like Tim Gayard says that he had seen 20, what do you say, 20 Bigfoots and like 6 Dogmen. So he's had
Dogman,
yeah, he's had a lot of experience with them as well. And I think in some cases, well, if not all, you are chosen, and you are allowed. And it's not because we're out looking, or it's not because I've done all the game camera things. I've had all these crazy things on game cameras. I know how they work. Obviously, there's something with intellect on the other side that doesn't want you to see it and has the ability of making sure you don't. That I do know. If I'm talking as a researcher on Mother Earth with my feet grounded, and being over here talking as somebody who believes as them being a higher power and a higher strength, or higher frequency, or whatever it might be, I can honestly say that from both sides of that fence that I just said to you. I can honestly say that because I've had both experiences. So it's pretty wild stuff. Now, do you have any, and I don't want to put you in a spot to where you might have to, now let's just ask you, within the Blackfoot community, Blackfoot tribe, and through the elders council, all that stuff, has anybody had any that you can share? Obviously, I'm not trying to dig for things that you shouldn't share.
Instead of being around the corner.
Listen, nobody beats around a corner. Who says that? Nobody beats around a corner. I'm being polite. So, is there anything violent that you guys have ever learned about any certain Ci'Tanya, Bigfoot, Sasquatch that has ever happened within the Bigfoot, Blackfoot tribe folklore or
in
something?
The community?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you share?
No.
No, that's what I was getting at. See, I got the answer.
They call them like rogue Sasquatch. Is that what the bad ones?
Oh.
No, you were saying if there's any like bad Bigfoots like
The aggressive ones.
aggressive
I will
ones.
say that you have to be careful with the aggressive ones. Now, most activity is from 11 to 6 a.m. You will get activity from 6 p.m. to 10, but this is where they're teaching the older juveniles
Mm.
with the dogman and an adult.
Mm-hmm.
But from the other times when you are mixing with, say, aggressive came from Oregon to come to your neck of the woods, then there's going to be a battle because it's claiming territory.
Okay.
And if Americans or human beings are in the middle, you will know.
Right.
Then especially if it's near a campsite or lake, because then you will hear it, like the loudness of them, because they're all different.
Mm-hmm.
They will pick up a big old tree and throw it at them.
Right.
Jordan Rich.
There's
two things. I'm sorry, two things I want to cover before the end of the show. One, are you familiar? I think we've talked about this a little before. I've been what I believe is zapped twice.
Yes, you zapped 4 times.
I was gonna say I know of twice and another time. Okay, so anyway, she answered my question for me again. So 2 of them pretty severely, and the reason why I knew that it was that type of thing because the symptoms were exactly the same. Yes, I know. Is that bear root?
Bear root.
I see. I'm learning though. It's in my bag.
You get it up in the mountains.
Okay.
It's hard to find.
Okay.
People sell it, and I'm hurtful that they do that because it's sacred.
Understood. Yeah.
This can help you from your help with your lungs, your digestive system.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you if you have a cough, a headache.
Mm-hmm.
If you're zapped, because when you get zapped, you're confused. Like, I know where I'm at, but I don't recognize it. Or what am I doing? Why am I alive?
Yeah.
Take a bite.
Yep.
Just a little bite, huh? Just a little bit.
Yeah. And do you swallow it? Chew it up and swallow? All right. Because
it kind of dissolves. It kind of dissolves in your mouth.
Yeah.
And this is why I also then you can take a bite of the apple that if you're greening them, take a drink of water or a hard candy.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you don't continue having that taste in your mouth. And what it does, it sends it to your brain cells. Okay, all right, I'm awake. What just happened? Did I get confused? Did I get zapped? And this is what I tell people. I had my protection medicine bag, which I had to ask permission. And a lot of them, different tribals say no because they're not native. Well, they could be a little bit native, but I just believe that you need to have something to protect you as you're in the forest or the woods.
Yes.
And what I put in my bag is very sacred, and I do it for everything.
Right.
So I pray over the bags. This is why I said, give me a week, because I'm praying. And if another elder comes in, I ask him or her to help me pray over it.
Right. Yeah, no, we have our protection bags and we're super happy to have them. And we put up your link on a few different places. So if you guys are interested in a protection bag, if you're out in the woods doing some Sasquatch research or whatever you might be doing, paranormal stuff, whatever it might be, you can definitely reach out to Elder Medicine Bear Claw and she can explain to you exactly how all that works, address and numbers and all that stuff. So make sure you reach out to her if you want a protection bags blessed by herself as an elder. And like, as she just shared with you, other elders as well. So also the smudge kit that she sent is absolutely amazing.
Yep.
Let me see. I see this. Let me see this smudgy kid I got. Oh, I got pictures I want to share everybody. So I might
real quick, I noticed that there was a question by Dodge the Badger. If they are telepathic, yes.
Yes, they are.
They are
They can
telepathic.
read your mind. It's like I said in the beginning when we started. They can read you before you enter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we've been noticing that.
Yeah, we've experienced that, and I'm not afraid to say anything because, like I said, I've been a sensitive my whole life, so I don't mind just talking about it. I don't get so afraid, especially when it's with somebody I'm comfortable with, like Wojo. I'm like, whoa, bro, you know what I mean? Like that, I definitely can feel that vibe. You know what I mean? So, here's my smudge kit right here, everybody. Check it out. Cool shell, right? That shell's bad. I love the color of that shell. Is she a color of that? Are they all that color? Like
some are dark green, some are green blue.
Oh, yeah, I love that one. Green brown.
Some's got green, brown, and purple.
Yeah, no, that one's beautiful. I like that one. It's perfect for me. And what type of sage are we using?
That is wild white sage.
Wild white sage. I have a protection bag from Elder Med. Oh, it's cool, CP.
Yeah,
awesome.
cool.
Awesome. Yeah, we have ours as well. And I've only made the mistake of not wearing it twice and got yelled at on the lives. which is really good for me. Usually I make 5 mistakes before I do what I'm supposed to do. So let's see. Easy place to contact. Oh, there you go. Sparky's Paranormal. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Sparky.
Elder Medicine Bear Claw, right there on Facebook. Also,
she also makes beautiful jewelry.
Awesome jewelry. Yes.
Awesome jewelry.
Yep. We had some here. It's pretty amazing when you have an awareness come to life and it's not your own. Makes me chuckle. Right? Mm-hmm. Right? Something shakes you awake. I call that. Shakes you awake. It's amazing. Well, we got to get. Let me see. Here, let me put this here.
While you're doing that, Rich, Denny O'Donnell has a question.
Thank you.
Actually, just I'm going to throw it at.
Go ahead.
Elder Medicine Bear Claw. What about Pablo Santos wood to smudge? Can you ask her?
Yeah, what'd she say? I'm sorry.
Pablo Santos wood to smudge.
Yeah. That is for that entity's evil negativity. You can, if you're going to smudge your home with it, you can make sure you do it clockwise and say a prayer to the Creator and Mother Earth and give them the power from them to you to pray over your home, car, animal, or yourself or someone close to you. When I smudge my doors, my mirrors, because mirrors are also portals.
Oh yes, mirrors you got to be very careful with. I had one years ago. It was so every time I went in that room, that mirror just screamed at me. I swear, dude, you just knew it was bad. Mirrors are very important. So if you're not familiar with the paranormal world and things like that and smudging and things,
many spirits come through those mirrors.
I agree 100%. Damien has a question. He says, we have stories of Sassy kidnapping people. What would cause Sassy to do this? If they are taught we are dangerous and not to have contact with us? Or is that, what do you think?
Again, many people put out and say that they're missing. Now, me, myself, and some of the elders in different tribal believe that they're not missing from them. They would lead them to something else. But people, like American people, will say, because they always like to talk bad about the natives, and they also like to talk bad about Satangas, Bigfoot, Shapu. They say, oh, they might take your chicken or the eggs, but I don't believe they will harm. I've never heard any from the elders when I was learning, telling me. They have told me that many men and women have been lost in the woods, and they will mine them were to be knocked out, so they carry it closer to an entrance
Mm. Oh,
or a
interesting.
familiar area. But many people, and I do that on my life, people say many things thinking that it's true or false, just to say they want to harm you. Again, aggressive ones, what they'll do is throw a rock at you or give you a deep hoarse grunt. But for you to claim it, well,
Did you say a horse grunt? Is that what you said?
no,
I thought you said horse grunt, like a horse grunt.
no.
What did you say again?
If you hear them grunt,
I thought you said horse grunt.
That's why I thought she said horse. I'm sorry.
I thought we were in trouble because we got grunted at like a horse one time in the woods. That might have been something different. No, I'm serious. I'm like, wait, what? Sorry, Elder. Levon, what is Levon mad about? What happened, Levon? Speak to us. We're here for you. Hug her. Everybody hug. Lots of hugs.
you guys don't be picking on my community.
Who's picking on you?
Yeah, that's what I think that when Elder was telling the story.
Oh, I don't know. I must have missed something.
I don't think Levon. Yeah.
I grow my sage. No, I don't say anything like that. Those are also my accounts reported that people are hurt and saved or helped by Bigfoot. Good and bad in every community, possibly like the rogue Sasquatch, like Wojo brought up. Waiting 3 months for the seeds to take. Oh, so that's him growing his own. Oh, when I hear the deep grunt, I just say, "Yeah, I heard you," and nothing happens. Ha! Okay, gotcha. No, I thought you were upset about something. I like so. What's up, Graham? Yeah, no, I didn't see anybody picking on anybody. Was it? I didn't. I don't know. I must have missed something. Did you see something out there that I should know about?
No, I felt.
Oh,
That's the thing. I can feel even as fast as it's going. I can. I can feel. But you gotta remember, there's a lot of misunderstanding people, and
there is, but
yeah.
I don't think we have anybody here that would ever do anything but respect your community, yourself, and anything that you have to say. So I think with what you were saying, I think brought it up where where people, whether they believe it in that way or not. So what I say is this, and I said it before, I think it was last night on the live, that we're getting your perspective from this. And you know how Wojo and I feel about you and your experience and respect that we have for you. So
I will say there are many Satangas that smudge. And there are many Satangas do communicate and trade.
Interesting.
If you have been with your clan for many, many years, they will trade things with you. They will bring you wild sage from somewhere. They'll make vines into dolls or like a necklace.
Yep.
They might leave you rocks that are shaped into a heart.
Oh yeah, well we got a little story about that now, don't we, Mr. Wojo?
Yes,
we have one. We have one on our gifting chair. I think you might have saw the last live. It was turned. It was turned perfectly, like at 3 o'clock, say on the clock. It was like shaped like a heart, and then it was like
it's just a half turn. That's all. It was just a half a turn. Because
so
we had the old picture, and then we were looking at the gifting chair the way it is, and I go, Richie, look.
Yep.
I go, the rock never moved. It just turned.
Yep.
Just a little shift. Yep. But we also have an emblem. It's got the "I love you" sign, and he's got his arm like 12 o'clock. Yeah. But he or she grabbed the emblem and turned it.
Turned out as
without moving it like this. Just turned it So it was 3 o'clock. And I find that very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Good night, Bree. Thank you for coming by.
Thank
Good
you, Bree.
night. Much blessings.
Oh, I'm sorry. One last question before I let Richie back on is do they have like an autistic trait? They just seem very like like stackings of things and
You mean autistic?
what did I say?
Artistic.
I said autistic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a big difference. They either make it
I'm
pretty.
sorry. I am so like glued to her. That's why I don't know. I'm just like I'm in my
You're
own
allowed, bro. You're allowed.
trance.
You're
What
And it's
was it?
respect and it's learning. I feel like I'm being, she's the teacher, and understanding.
Yep.
I've mentioned this many times, even in my own video. They do many different directions. Stacking rocks, sticks, making like a cross, and an X on the ground. Now, X on the ground, those mean you're welcome.
Oh.
So many other big X's, you have to be careful because those can become portals. Don't go underneath them. If you touch them, just make sure you're not feeling any other energy.
Right.
Because that's how they will attach to you or your equipment.
Interesting, because Max just brought up something about an X last investigation. He said, Dad, there's another X on the ground over there.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he said that to me.
When you go back again, there are across the little creek, it'll be different now. There's something new.
Interesting.
Oh, I'm sorry, D Hoop. That's a great point. So in what we call the Parley in a river,
she been there.
There's an X. Yeah. So that X. Why was that X taken down? Like, why would they do that?
Because when the clan is moving through a different area, it has a higher power, then they move it and put a different X.
Is that Rich?
Yeah, that would yeah, this is what
like
happens.
your house, Rich.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
This is what happens though when you learn things like this and you put it together with your own story. You start picking it apart and going,
I'm thinking of you now, man.
I'm like, wait a minute. So that would make sense because this happened.
Richie had 2 X's in his backyard.
I did. They took one down. And I don't know where the other one is, actually. I think that one's down as well now that I think about it. So
one last thing too, Rich. The dream catcher. Richie had a dream catcher in his backyard.
A wagon wheel dream catcher.
Yeah.
They like dream catchers. I trade with them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What's up, Tubin?
Well, I brought one out here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a half of the dream catcher is what I have on the ground at my house.
That is beautiful.
Ott's Touch. I'll not get into why I'm asking, but I would really appreciate your translation.
And that's turquoise. And the green feathers, what I do is like we light them up, dye them, bring them out. Everything when I make the dream catchers, the chokers,
yep,
the headband that Sparky has, and I even gave him an extra one.
Yeah, you are amazing like that.
I pray as I'm making them.
Yes. Yep. Amazing stuff.
The feather fans, the same thing.
Yep. I love it.
And then this is cellulite crystal, which helps take away the negativity, the evil, the bad spirits, and you can use this as smudging. So.
Oh yeah, they're good for smudging too. You're right. Sam has an X on the ground by her gifting stump, and further out there's a big X. It's like they don't want me to go past that big X, but I am welcome around the gifting stump. That's what she's interpreting it as.
Yes, hers. she should have one more X, and it's not as large as the one that she's talking about. There will be another one more to the left. And that not always a portal, but to stay out of that clan's area.
Oh, see, this is see that this starts mapping out
That-
everything in my
yes.
head. I'm mapping it all out now. I'm mapping it out. So we have more clans than we thought. And
People love to challenge me on things, and I tell them, don't challenge me because then you're gonna look like a fool.
I love it. Oh,
one question. We hear like humming. What is the humming? Is it are they like? Is it harmony? Is it a portal? Is it what is? We hear this
Then
like.
you hear the
It's just like. What is it?
they're communicating with you.
Richie.
Sometimes you don't pay attention and they're doing it.
yes.
That's like Richie, the other one. It's a little bit different. It sounds like electricity,
Yes.
but again, that's a form of like Richie did say to me. He goes, "Wojo." He goes, "It sounds like electricity. There's a different hum." Okay,
Right.
and Richie goes, "I think this is their way of communication. It has to be." I go, "That's possible," and that makes so much sense. Thank you for that, Matt. There's your answer right there. My brother, he's watching.
No, that's awesome. Do you know the phrase or word or name Otstoch? OTSTOCH?
I got plenty in the trunk.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, take them.
Yeah, is that is there a name? Is that do you know what that means? A friend of mine's asking. A guest here.
Many people, many of the Satangas have names like Jonathan, John, Frank, Matt. Women's are also different, but that would be like a medicine man or a medicine woman.
Oh. Interesting, Graham. There you go. Yeah, and Spocky pulled up some information for you as well. Michelle says Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to Eastern Oregon with my son and granddaughter. We are going to look for Bigfoot near the reservoir. There have been several sightings there. Awesome.
Yes, there has.
Yeah.
This is like a very teachable moment here. Like I'm really blessed that you're here because especially about the X's that we're understanding because D-Hoop, the Texas Twister, sorry, D-Hoop, we were trying to like map out like why we would have all these X's, but this makes a lot of sense. And thank you for answering these questions.
Oh, they're huge. Yeah. What's the biggest clan count you've come across so far?
Oh, great question.
Yeah.
25.
25. Interesting. Yeah. See, I think I've been dealing with 4. I know that. And then now there's 2 others. So I'm thinking 6.
No, you have 10.
10
I was going to say more than that.
I know, but I'm not putting the 2 locations together. I was talking.
It's still the same vicinity that
I know they're all in the same spot, dude.
I know it's
got
crazy.
my mind going everywhere now. I know. I'll be up till 3 in the morning, bro.
I got like everything everywhere. It's coming back, and it's.
I'll be up to 3 in the morning, matching all the work, everything that she said up with all my exit. No, not my ex. I shouldn't say that. X structures.
Yeah.
X.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Oh.
What do you know about structures, TPs?
What do I know about structures? I don't know what. Well, I mean, what could I ever prove that I know? But I know what I know on the inside. I feel that the structures that I've run into obviously have all had meaning. I think some of them, I think they're used for many different things. I don't think there's just not necessarily a clan tag. I think that's definitely one of them. I think it's used for hunting, gaming, water, direction. I think they you find structures in areas like the college and things like that because they're teaching their young how to do it, and it's just it's a massive area. I think some of them are traps for the game.
Choke points.
Where they can choke points where they can teach the young how to hunt.
Yep.
I think there's many different things with structures. I truly do. I don't think there's one thing with structures. I think they all have different meanings. I mean, the dream catcher had nothing to do with hunting. The dream catcher to me had nothing to do with hunting, and everything to do with hello, we're beautiful. You know what I mean? Because that's just what I felt. And with the X's, you know, you're welcome, but we don't really want you over here. And I was like, that's fine. But you know, I'm probably still going to go over there because you know me, you know what I mean? And I had a good understanding about that. You know what I mean? So, and now I take it as certain people aren't allowed over there, but I am, just so we know. How am I doing?
You're doing awesome.
Thank you. Good to hear
so
that.
I think we might, so the letter A that we see, that's the name of their clan. Possibly, because we're trying to figure that out. Because we see the letter A.
Yeah, but you said the quiet part out loud. Yeah, the A, the anarchy. Yeah, that's what we call it. We like look at that because remember back in the 80s, they used to put it all back on the denim patches. Yep. It looks. I was like, dude, that thing looks just like it, and we have this 30-foot long like tree just balanced on this little smaller than my pinky nub, and I go over to the tree and go like this, and it just rocks. I'm like, how do they do that? It's crazy.
Well, real quick, nice. Thank you for being around, Levon, and take care. We'll hope to we'll chat soon.
Oh, Levon's leaving.
She's gonna go into the store.
I'm about to go into the store. I will catch you all later. Love you all and good night. We love you too, Levon. Thank you so much for being here and having input because it's huge. We love that when everybody's, you know, we're an interactive podcast. We want everybody to share. I don't get to every question. I try to. But
she contacts me and asks me questions and shares pictures. Many people do, but I do not share. Don't speak of them. But unless they ask me, you know, then I will tell them what it is.
Well, she's pretty awesome. So,
yeah.
So why did you ask me about structures? You just curious at where my head was at? Oh, that's beautiful. I love it.
No, because there's new structures in your area.
Oh, they are so busy over there right now. I'm
telling you. Gosh.
I used to. Yeah, these are all so cool, guys. Reach out to Elder, please, and get yourself some beautiful beaded jewelry and all blessed. Everything's blessed. Yeah, just really
cool. I have different earrings too.
Yes, and I believe I have some coming in the mail, right?
You have a necklace that I want you to gift them. They'll know it's from me, but you can tell them too.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's so cool. And we're gonna play your video, your call.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So we've done a lot of wonderful things tonight. This has been absolutely awesome.
You didn't put down tobacco.
What I do?
I did put
some tobacco. I did put some tobacco down. Was it 2 investigations ago? Yeah, we got to put some down this time too when we go back. What's that? What?
You skipped one.
Dude, she's all over.
Yeah, you did, Rich. She's right. That's just scaring me right now.
Don't encourage her.
I'm not encouraging her. She already knew. It's mine. Listen, I have to say this. That one day I was showing everybody through Richie Swan on a live investigation of these structures and explaining about structures. And then, you know, I handed him I go, Richie, you okay? He just gave me the wave. So I understood what he was doing. And you know, Elder Bear Club comes on, and then she asked Richie, why were you hugging the tree? I'm like, how did she know?
Yes.
Is there a camera out here following us?
Yes.
I was blown away.
That was so funny that day. I remember that was funny as hell, dude. I want to pull.
Who's this lady? Who's this lady? And she even knows what I'm doing and where we're at.
Yep. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes because we are a little bit over the time. But I just want to bring up some of your pictures if you could explain. Like
this one is over in Wyoming.
Wyoming?
This is by the res, the Blackfeet res. This is about 50 miles from it.
All right, and this is now. What particular is this? A Sasquatch that you know of? Is this
Yes,
someone?
this is Paul.
Is who?
Paul.
Paul.
Oh.
And is he kind of looks a little like translucent in a sense. I don't know if that's just the old picture, but is he revealing himself to you in a sense, or is he just standing there full physical?
He's letting me know
Yeah.
that he is there.
Yeah. That's interesting. I love that. I love that. And there's a couple other ones in here that really stood out to me real quick. Hang on a minute. Damien, they seem to have a hierarchy and chain of command. Yeah, Graham's been having some crazy stuff at his house, and he's been sharing some information.
If they trust you, like I said, they will show their full body and communicate with you.
Yes, and we're getting to a lot of those parts as we go forward. Again, my only hindrance at this point, like we all talked about, is the phone, the camera, and maybe a little bit of Wojo. So I love you, bro. No, that's but that's all right. They know, either you do, you don't. But Wojo's coming with me. That's just the way it's gonna be. So,
oh no, it's all about love, and and you know what? And again, like, and I totally agree with Richie. It's the passion and love between it. Well, wow.
Yeah. What's going on here, Elder?
Here, this is Orba.
That's yours.
That's mine.
Yep.
Looks like he's got a little gray on the.
No. She.
She.
That's Oba.
That's what she told me you were gonna mess up already.
Sorry, well, but I hope you love me.
She doesn't. I'm gonna watch you get. All right, listen. We're gonna bring tobacco. We're gonna have to do all kinds of things. He doesn't know any better. He's a sweet man. No. So this is your Oba. That's all right. But you see the front. I know what you were pointing out though. It's very animated through here, right? Is there more than one in this picture? Or is she got her arms up, or like you just?
There's two.
Oh yeah.
And there's the Dogman is I think on the bottom right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Down bottom, right?
Yes.
Oh, he's peeking his face in.
Yes.
Oh, that is crystal clear, though. See it, Wojo?
Yeah.
The other's juvenile is on her left.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep, I can see the darkness over there, and
Yeah.
off to the right looks like there's something standing there.
Yeah.
But then you go down there, you can see the face, dude. Oh my goodness, she's got a gray beard. Dodge says. I think so. Yeah, she does. That's what Wojo was trying to point out about him, and I saved him. I saved his life. You're lucky.
No, Orba loves me because
no, she does.
Knows my heart.
Well, they know where we're at on the inside. They know that we're not in this for any other reason than to meet them. Yes, I feel obligated to everybody on the side and everybody here, and even Elder, just because I've met all you guys through my YouTube lives and stuff and my podcast, but the YouTube lives, we've gotten to know each other a lot, and now I feel obligated to bring that to them. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to Sasquatch, but they know that as well. So they know I'm kind of in between a rock and a hard place. You know what I mean? So I feel loyal. I'm a loyal guy. I was at home, I was on the streets when I was 14. Loyalty was everything you had. It was your blood. So I'm loyal to you guys, and I'm sure the Blackfoot tribe understands that as well. You're loyal, loyalty's there.
All other tribals, I will say, we all have differences in believing, and some say, well, why do you want to speak with the creatures out there?
Right.
What is it that you can't understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why how different they look. Physical attributes are so different. Yeah, they are very different. They're not a cookie cutter animal type theory. Just a blue jay is a blue jay is a blue jay. It's just not like that. I've tried to explain it to a lot of people. It's just not the case.
Right.
And that's why we can't be gatekeepers, and that's why we need to share this information, because they are a lot like us in a sense. and they actually understand us. We just need, I would like to understand them more. That's all. In this picture, Elder, what am I seeing? What am I looking for here? Because I'm having trouble picking anything out.
I see eyes.
Here, this is in Michigan, Battle Creek, Michigan. This is where CP took this picture. This is Orba kneeling down, and this is the color of her. She's reddish tan, reddish brown. But when you infuse it in black and white, she comes darker.
Oh, gotcha. So you can pull it out. So is she in the middle of this picture or the
Yes.
left? Okay. All right. The middle, I'm seeing something in there. Yeah. And I think if I looked at it and studied it longer, and I apologize, I didn't. I got 83 kids.
That's okay.
One day I'll be studied. Trust me, for the longevity of you all, you're welcome. All right. And then
they did welcome her there at his hotspot. Again, I got a lots and lots of entertainment from them. So
no, I think it's amazing. And when she could come in like that, so what people are saying, they are more so dimensional. They can move.
10 feet. That's her, 10 feet, black and white again, with diffusion.
Oh, this picture here, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how it is. I'm like looking at it going, I don't even, that's why I could see a breast.
I always say, oh, you got big guns like me. And I hear that because that's how they sound.
Yeah.
Yes. When you men go, boom, and I'm like, my husband says, oh, don't go do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Boom.
Yeah.
I got another one on this side too.
Oh man!
I got the double boom. I love it. I love it.
Look at Dodge the Badger is trying to say, "Did I see a breast in one of the pictures?" Right, but the first word, I'm sorry, Badger.
Can I see breasts? Can I see breasts?
Yeah, a typo. It said, "Can I see a breast?" I'm like, okay, here you go, bro.
Yeah,
I just showed you a breast. You're good. I love typos. They're the best.
Oh man.
Thank you for being a good sport. I don't let anybody ride for free. Tickets always when you get on this train.
Oh boy.
100%. Watch yourself. Well, I think the pictures are amazing. I think you're amazing. Obviously, you're part of our family, and we just love you and love having you. And it's been such an honor to sit and talk with you and get a little more in depth. And I think it's something that's so it can go on for almost forever, like just forever. Like, so in other words, we should just sit down again sometime and do this again and kind of continue where we've left off, because there's so much more I want to know. not that kind of show. Yeah, you ain't been a fan long then, Mr. Badger.
You're in trouble now.
I've been up on this chair spinning around in my boxes. Trust me. But no, thank you for that, Badger. No, I appreciate you being a good sport. I just think that we could go on and on and on and have great conversation about this and tie it all in together with what I've been experiencing long before Wojo even here, and on my own, I get to look back and reflect at all the things I had questions about, and you've answered a bunch of those tonight.
Yeah,
and it's very big for me, and I feel I'm on a journey with all my new friends and all my new family, but also with my son and now my mom. This is going to be my first Mother's Day without my mama, and I got to try to get used to that, but I'll never will be. But
I will
say again. Oh,
I will say this. She is saying they are fine. She speak loud.
Yeah, she could be, well, mainly with me. Yeah. A lot of Richard David, you know what I mean? Because I kind of go off the rails.
That's what I hear. She says, "We'll be fine. I'm always with you. Yeah. We are always with you." She says, "Tomorrow is just another day."
Yeah.
But you know who your mother is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's her. She's my Italian mama. She don't pull too many
punches. Yeah.
Thank you
Like,
for that. Yeah. Thank you so much. And it's going to be
well, Joe, don't worry. Your mama says you need to calm down.
Yeah, that's probably true.
especially lately, your mama is right. 100,000 million %.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 100.
Yep.
Absolutely. So thank you for that. No, we appreciate that. And tonight's been an absolute honor and a privilege. And
Yes.
more than anything, hi. More
Hi.
than anything, we're privileged and honored to have you on our YouTube lives. We're honored to have you as part of the Banter family. And I just can't thank you enough for being here. And please tell your husband we said thank you as well, because he gives up time with you as well. And
the
well,
elders
he told the kids, Mama has a broadcast to attend, so we're not going to the beach.
Yeah,
Go to the beach. I was going to go to you guys out on the beach in Santa Cruz, but everybody said, okay, we'll wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll wait till tomorrow.
Well, he's got 2 hours now on Mother's Day.
Yeah, he's got dishes to do, so don't worry about that. All right. No, I know, no disrespect.
But by the way, and to the elders, many blessings. Thank you for believing in us.
Yep.
And
they're
honor.
watching. I've already got a couple texts that came down.
Okay. Well, thank you to all the elders and to the council members for letting us borrow this amazing human being for a while, and we just can't thank you enough. I hope Wojo was respectful enough for you guys. Sometimes he goes off the rail a little bit. I'm the calm one.
No, one said the comedian one is very loud.
One's a comedian, one's loud.
Yeah. Listen, I couldn't even keep a straight face, but thank you so much for being here. We're gonna get moving on, and I want to wish Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. All you young
Happy Mother's Day to many, even to the men that raise their children without the mother too.
Yes, exactly.
I used to get Happy Mother's Day every year from my friends. So been there, done that. And now we have an amazing woman who is an amazing mom to all our kids and kids that on hers. But she treats them like they are. And she's amazing and truly blessed. I hope you guys have that in your life. I certainly do. And I'm truly, truly blessed. So I want to wish everybody a very happy Mother's Day tomorrow. To my mom up in heaven, thank you. And I love you. And to Wojo's mom, Wojo, say something to your mom while we're here before we go.
No, Mom, you're always with us. And my mother, all I can say is that the memories, and it's always here. So, like I said, for everybody, love and kiss your mom. Blessings to my mom. Thank you, Rich.
No matter how angry you are with your mother or your father, and what differences they have with the other family, she is your mother. You have to forgive and forget.
Mm-hmm.
So if you only have one mother, you can always have many stepmothers.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. When I was a young kid on the streets, I had many fill-ins, and they were all amazing. Happy Mother's Day to Mama Pat up there in heaven too. She was a woman that taught me many things. She even taught me how to eat at a proper dinner at a restaurant with the forks in order and the spoons and the knives and how to take them in and out, because I was going on a very expensive date, and she taught me all that stuff. So I'm truly, truly blessed for the mothers that God has given me, and of course my mom, who dealt with a lot of shit. But I love you. Listen, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. All Bigfoot Banter with Richie B. Catch us on the next YouTube Live, where we'll update you when it's coming next. Next week is the 17th, and we have Mary Fabian.
Yep.
Right?
Mary
on
Fabian.
the 17th. Yep. Super excited. Of the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Society. Is that what it is? Oh, Mojo, do you remember the name of that?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Just messing with you, dude.
I have a lot of things like going on me.
Mary,
overwhelm you.
Make sure you tune in for the continuation of My Mama and May, where we sit down with all lady Bigfoot researchers.
Beautiful lady.
Yep, and we get to sit down with them all and honor Mother's Day, and we will do this every May. So bring it next week. And thank you to Doc Realm TV
where fear lives.
And Cobble Mountain Critter Festival and the Charming Fair Farm. Cobble Mountain Critter Festival, June 7th in Russell, Massachusetts. Please join us physically or on our live. And the same with Charming Fair Farm in Candia, New Hampshire on June 21st and 22nd. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. Get over there and buy some merch, man. Go check out our merch store at BanterWithRichieB.com. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Elder, you can find her. We've posted her links many times. You want anywhere in particular you want them to check you out?
They can email me or Facebook.
Yep, Facebook, all Elder Medicine Bear Claw. Yep. And YouTube, make sure you hit the notify button on her YouTube because she kind of jumps in and out and likes to have a good time on YouTube. So make sure you tune in on her channel as well. Wojo's going to get us out of here on this beautiful Mother's Day Eve because that's what Wojo does.
No, we'll kid. Hey, listen. I had to do it, Richie. I had to get Richie. But hey, listen, Elder Mama, just stick around for 5 minutes. I have something I want to ask you. Anyways, love you guys. Hey, and all of you and Richie, get in on this. Remember, we are home of the boom. Let's go. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day.